Lexi, we're ready.
This video isn't about explaining every scene in the play. It's not even about breaking down what each moment meant. This video is about what Lexi's play meant to me. How did we get here? But first, we gotta go back a little bit. In a show filled with so much chaos, Lexi was always in the background, watching.
She was an observer. That's who she was. She often imagined that her parents weren't really her parents, and that her sister wasn't her sister, and that her house wasn't even really her house. That it was just a movie.
I told you. I did promise you that.
One that she was writing.
The play technically started in episode 7, but I would argue it started the moment Lexi was born. She didn't act, she didn't speak that much, but she definitely saw everything. And that's why we're seeing this play.
Oh, fuck.
Because sometimes the people who watch us the closest are the ones we ignore the most.
Like this?
The first scene I want to show you is Cassie, outside the play, furious, not because of what was said, but because of what was shown. Lexi didn't write a story. She didn't even write a play. She held up a mirror. And the thing about mirror is, some people can't bear to look. Lexi observed. That's what made her so dangerous. That's what made this place so real. That's why I'm doing a video about it. Cassie wasn't just watching a scene, she was watching herself. And she hated what she saw.
I had no idea that my sister had this in her. Good job, right? Isn't she brave? She's up here unpacking all of her trauma. I had no idea how hard your life was, Lexi. Can we give a round of applause for how hard Lexi's life is? Come on, guys.
And she goes on and on. But the more I watch this scene, the more I realize something strange. No matter how hard Cassie tries to ruin the play, somehow she makes it better. Somehow she makes it more real. And it all becomes an act.
This is your show. Come out. You're the big star of the day.
Oh, shit. Please, Cassie,
You're the
stop
star of the night. She's always wanted to be the star. This is your big moment.
And with all the chaos, it's still a part of the play.
Can you believe this? My baby's a genius. Close the curtain. Close the fucking curtain. Now.
As you may have noticed, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. But seriously, I think we're going to need a few minutes. I just wanted to thank you all for being here. I didn't know any of that was going to happen. A little bit ago, I was talking to a friend about this play, and I asked him, what if I upset people? And he said to me, sometimes people need to get their feelings hurt. So even though he couldn't be here with us tonight, this one's for you.
Find you little babies together, so we're gonna take a photo, okay?
Lexi's play wasn't a revenge, yet Cassie crashed out because the mirror didn't show what she wanted to see. But someone else saw the reflection too, and they didn't expect to like it.
I think your play was the first time I was able to look at my life and not hate myself for everything I've done.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I think I've been through a lot. And I don't know what to do with it. But you've been through a lot and you know what to do with it.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, Lex, look what you made. I don't know how to do that.
And the contrast is striking. Cassie hated what she saw on
I
that
don't know how to get to
stage
where you are.
because it reflected her. She couldn't stand to look at it. But Rue, on the other hand,
I just
is
wanted
way
you to
more
know
messed
you
up,
meant the world to me.
and yet she loved it. It resonated with her. And that says something about Rue, sure, but it says even more about Lexi. It tells us Lexi isn't just some passive observer. She's not just a girl writing what she sees. She's an honest lens,
Do you think about
an
your dad
narrator
often?
that even someone like Rue, who's lived through hell, can trust. And that is rare.
Me too.
Lexi
I
doesn't
got
twist the
so
story.
much to learn from him still.
She doesn't make it prettier or easier than it really
I
is.
get really angry about it.
She shows it as it is. And that honesty is what gives the play its weight.
Yeah, they all know what's up. Yeah, they all know what's up. The man rolling up. And my drink orders up.
There is a scene I always wanted to show you guys, but I hesitated because I didn't fully get it myself. It's the part in Lexi's play where she turns Nate into a full-blown punchline, humiliates him, makes him look like a joke. And every time I watched it, I would think, why did Lexi put this in? I mean, it's ridiculous, it's loud, it doesn't match the rest of the play at all. It almost feels petty. But I think I finally figured it out. And I think it was revenge. But why?
Come on, let's pump some iron, boys. Hey, Polly, could you rub a smidgen of oil on my back? I can't reach. My pecs are getting too freaking big.
Anything for you, Jake. Hey, Jake, your body's fantastic. Can I help?
Alright, I can't lie. This scene is always so fun to watch. It's so fucking hilarious. I love Rue's reaction in here. It makes it feel so real and honestly even funnier. But let's not get distracted here. Why did she do this? I mean, it was funny, but again, why? I think it was because of that.
Yeah, because you fell in love with someone who spent years making fun of you. It's sad.
I don't think Lexi was making fun of Nate for the sake of comedy, even though it was pretty funny. She was doing what she always does. She was observing. That scene, that was her revenge. Not against Nate, but for her sister. I think the guy who humiliated Cassie definitely got humiliated back. And maybe she wanted Cassie to see what she couldn't say out loud.
And dreaming them up into something bigger.
Of course I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be sitting in the front row, shorty. I promise you that.
Okay.
A little exchange, and I fall in love. A moment to myself, and I'm on stage. But reality always finds a way of pulling me back. I miss you.
Alright, this is the app session. If you made it this far, first of all, thank you. This part is gonna be a little different. It's less about structure and more about talking. So if you're not in the mood, you can skip ahead to the ending scene. And if I'm being honest, these type of people are pretty rare these days, and I think I relate to that. Maybe you do too. There's something about being the observer in a world full of people who are too loud to hear each other. And through Lexi's play, I saw something I didn't expect. True honesty. Not perfection, just truth. And I think that's rare. Not just to be an observer, but to stay objective as well. There are a few scenes I really wanted to include, but I just didn't have the time. Or they didn't quite fit the flow. Like that one moment where Rue says,
Hey, Cass,
Yeah?
I have a quick question for you.
What?
How long have you been fucking Nate Jacobs?
What?
honestly,
What are you
this
talking
scene has to
about?
be one of my
How long have
favorite
you been
scenes of all
fucking
time.
Nate?
Not just
I'm
because it
not.
was funny, but because
I'm
Rue
not.
simply didn't care what happened.
What are you talking about?
She just
Well,
wanted the attention on someone
I saw
other
her
than
get in
her.
his truck and then kiss him and drive
And
off. That was like what?
And
like,
she had the
uh,
perfect
a
excuse
month ago.
plus perfect timing.
Are you
Like I
kidding
said,
me?
has to be one of my favorite scenes of all time.
Cass, that's like really bad.
No, I don't.
There are scenes I enjoyed a lot,
Nate, are
and
you
most of
kidding
them
me?
were Lesco, Lexi and Fesco. But I couldn't talk about them without talking about Fesco and addressing the whole relationship. And I just didn't think it was fair to Fesco's character as well. And there are also Fesco and Ash. But again, I felt like they deserved their own stage, maybe even their own video. I really loved how season 2 started as well. Even Ash, I thought that was pretty thoughtful of the writers. Because obviously not many shows do that. Why give side characters screen time? But when you think about it, it gives the whole story so much more depth. Especially when the world's too big and they start demanding it. Another scene I really wanted to shout out is Rue's crash out scene. The first time I watched it, I didn't even realize it was filmed on one take. And I've watched season 2 for I don't know how many times. It was so good, but I just couldn't find a way to include it. Because again, it was just a Rue scene. And this scene was so beautiful because of a lot of things. But it went from this moment when Rue thought she had it all figured out, and then her whole reality just comes crashing 110 miles. And this scene and the scene is right after are very demanding from the viewer. Of course, if you paid attention.
I'm talking about weed, Rue. I'm talking about pills.
And honestly, this video ended up meaning more to me than I ever expected. I thought it was just gonna be a shit show, if I'm being honest. The idea of this video lived in my head for too long and became too annoying, so I had to get it out. And that was by doing this. I always thought about posting videos talking about shows and whatnot, but I wasn't sure if I had what it takes in terms of visuals. I'm pretty known as the TV show guy or the Game of Thrones guy, and I don't think the old me would have ever expected to post a video, let alone a video about shows, and it isn't the Thrones. So yeah, it's ironic. If you made it to the end, thank you. I really do mean that. I really mean it. It took me about 50 hours to make this video. And even now, I don't really know where all that time went. But I truly enjoyed most of it. Maybe that's why. I grew a lot as a person just from the idea. And I'm grateful I was able to do it. If you got anything from this, a scene, maybe a feeling, even just a moment, I'm glad. I have a lot of ideas, unfortunately. And just in the time it took me to make this video, I probably came up with 20 more solid ideas. And I already had like 100 just laying somewhere in my head. So getting one out doesn't look like much, but it is. Honestly, I don't know if I'm ever going to post again. And big emphasis on F. But if I do, couldn't find a perfect way to end this video, but at some point I had to take a page out of Hikaru's book. You know, keep it simple, stupid. This scene is a song. It meant a lot to me just to put it in the video. It really does mean a lot. But this video reflects who I am. And this scene does too. I hope it's as beautiful to you when you see it as it is to me.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. I've got no place building you a rocket up to outer space. I watch you fade, keeping the lights on in this forsaken place. Let's all start. Feels like you fell right on my head. Gave you away to the wind. I hope it was worth it in the end. You and my guitar. Think you may be my only friend. I gave it all to see you shine again. I hope it was worth it in the end. Us against the world, just a couple sinners making fun of hell. If I keep you here, I'll only be doing this for myself. Let's all start. Feels like you fell right on my head. Gave you away to the wind. I hope it was worth it in the end. Yeah, I hope it's hard. Think you may be door wide open. Been some time since we've spoken. One day we'll meet again. Some distance when you're older, you'll come lean on my shoulder. Tell me that storm is over, that day we meet again. Feels like you fell right on my head, gave you away to the wind. I hope it was worth it in the end. You and my guitar, think you may be my only friend. I gave you away. I hope it was worth it in the end. I'm still working on it.
Fuck, I think I got something in my eye. But
I like it.
last thing I want to leave you with is this.
Truth or dare?
Attention is the one currency of today's world.
Truth.
So pay attention to what's actually worth your attention. And never forget to stay
You think we can
objective.
still be friends?
Because I think a lot of people forgot how to do that. Again,
When he said we
thank you
for each other.
for staying till the end.
I
And
still think that.
peace.